Dear students, in the previous classes, we studied about the nervous system, its basic structural unit called a neuron, about sympathetic and parasympathetic system, then about diseases affecting the nervous system, etc. I am sure that you learned that areas well. Today we are going to learn the second unit, windows of knowledge. How do we feel they are so beautiful? Sense organs inform us about the environment. In simple and complex organisms, there are receptors which help to respond to stimuli. Through this chapter, we can understand the role of these senses to recognize the changes that takes place around us. Sense organs are windows which lead sensations into our consciousness. It is necessary for all organisms to identify the changes taking place in the surroundings and respond accordingly. How these sense organs are helpful to us? They are helpful to us for enjoyment, for escaping the accidents, for predation, for communication, etc. Observe the picture, see the news headlines, read the news. Yes, it is about how the trained dogs are helpful to rescue the victims. Why are dogs more capable than human beings in tracking the injured in such circumstances? The number of receptors in the sense organs are different in each organism. Olfactory cells in the nose of dogs are more that of human beings. Now you might have understood that the number of receptors influence the efficiency of sense organs. There are different types of receptors in our sense organs to receive stimuli. Now we are going to learn about the sense organs, stimulus and receptors. We have 5 sense organs in our body. First of all, eye is a sense organ and its receptor is photoreceptors and stimulus is light. Then ear is a sense organ and its receptor is auditory receptor, stimulus is sound. Then tongue, taste receptors, stimulus is taste. Then nose, olfactory receptors, stimulus is smell. Then skin, various receptors are present, pain, touch, pressure, cold, heat, etc. are stimulus. Let us learn the first organ, eye, in detail. Eye is the major sense organ that helps the brain to evoke sensations. Now let us study how the eyes are protected. Observe the box. Eyes are fixed in the eye sockets. Eye sockets are the depressions in the skull. Then external eye muscles fixes the eyeball in the orbit. Then eyebrow protect the eye from dust and sweat. Then eyelashes protect the eye from dust. Then eyelids protect the eye from dust and external shock. Then the conjunctiva secretes mucus which protect the anterior portion of the eyeball from being dry. Then tears clean and lubricate the anterior part of the eyeball. Lysozyme, the enzyme present in tears, destroy germs that enter the eyes. Now let us analyze how far the structure of an eye is adapted to perform its function. Observe the figure. Now let us study about the 3 layers of the eye. The outermost layer is sclera. It is made up of connective tissues, which gives firmness of the eye. The middle layer is called choroid, which contains a large number of blood vessels. The inner layer is retina, which has photoreceptors. The next part is cornea. The projected transparent anterior part of the sclera is called cornea, which refracts light rays to focus on the retina. The next part is iris. It is the part of the choroid seen behind the cornea. Do you know how iris got its black color? Yes, the pigment melanin gives the iris a dark color. Then conjunctiva, the layer which covers and protects the front part of sclera except the cornea is called conjunctiva. Now let us learn about the pupil. The aperture seen at the center of the iris is called a pupil. The size of this aperture increases and decreases depending on the intensity of light. Next part is lens. There are elastic, transparent, convex lenses in our eyes. It is connected to ciliary muscles by thread-like ligaments. There are circular muscles seen around the lens. The contraction and relaxation of these muscles alter the curvature of the lens. Now let us learn about the yellow spot, the part of the retina where plenty of photoreceptors are present. These are called a yellow spot. It is the point of maximum visual clarity. Next part is blind spot. It is the part of the retina from where the optic nerve begins. In blind spot, photoreceptors are absent. Next part is optic nerve. The function is transmits impulses from photoreceptors to the visual center of the brain. Now let us see what is aqueous chamber. The chamber found in between lens and the cornea is called the aqueous chamber. The fluid filled in this chamber is called the aqueous humor. This fluid is formed from blood and reabsorbed into blood. The function of this fluid is provides oxygen and nourishment to the tissues of the eye. Another chamber present in between the retina and lens is vitreous chamber. The fluid present in this chamber is called a vitreous humor. Function of this fluid is maintaining the shape of the eye. Now let us learn about the regulation of light in the eye. The entry of large amount of the light is harmful to the tissues of the eye. Do you know how bright light is prevented from entering the eye? Yes, the size of the pupil is regulated with the help of muscles in the iris. Thus, the amount of light falling on the lens is regulated according to the intensity of light. Observe the figure. We can see the pupil dilates in dim light and constricts in bright light. The size of the pupil is regulated by the action of circular muscles and radial muscles. When the radial muscles contracts in dim light, the size of the pupil increases. When the circular muscles contract in intense light, the size of the pupil decreases. Thus, the amount of light falling on the lens is regulated according to the intensity of light. Yes, now let us conclude this class here. In this class, we discussed about the sense organs, receptors and stimulus, and about the protection, structure, parts and their functions of eye in detailed manner. Please learn this topic well. Okay, thank you.